She comes to us with a lot of experience, first experience in corporate America, and then experience in saying yes to getting back into the cannabis space, and then saying yes to being the CEO of another company, and then saying yes to being the CEO of her own company with the conjunction of three other ladies. See, it's about the journey, guys. And when I think about this journey, it's gotten us to where we are today. There's always a story behind it. And we're so grateful that every phase of the journey, she just keeps saying yes. So if you're here for the very first time this morning, receive our CEO and visionary of Akana, Melissa Boston. Melissa, are you there?
I am here, Dr. Roz. Oh my goodness. I pray my voice lasts because we had this amazing weekend, right? It was absolutely phenomenal. And just appreciate that intro, appreciate you for who you are. You're so humble and modest because when I think about Dr. Roz, when I think about you, I think about your leadership. I think about what you do to impact every distributor. I think about how you lead with such excellence as our VP of Communication, as an Emerald Director, as one of our amazing old blood warriors, right, out there just getting it done. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And wow, I tell you what, the team showed up and showed out this week. And so we have a lot to share. A lot of what we're going to share, though, you're going to need to join us on Thursday evening. If you're live in Chicago, great. If you're not, that's okay. We're going to have a Zoom. So we're going to be calling all people for the Battle of the Blood Types to be on that Zoom on Thursday. And again, if you're in Chicago, you want to be here live because we have a big, 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 huge announcement. And I want to just say to everyone who I heard your voice dialing in and those who may not even announce yourself, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you are brand new to this, we want to welcome you. And for all of our leaders out there, welcome, welcome. This is the last day of the month, so there is an exciting announcement that's inspired by some of our special guests who flew in. So I'm going to have a chance to share that. I'll give them a shout out too, okay? But I want to get started by first sharing the meaning of Akana. Means in the hands of God. With Akana, we're super excited because we are on a mission, okay? And we believe that health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. And I want to say this, guys, I'm here today and I'm just feeling so full. I'm feeling so humbled because when I think about when we first had the idea of the Battle of the Blood Types, right? The first time it came about, we had our conference in April. And, as I'm looking at all these different personalities and I'm looking at how blood types are so deep, when you really understand it, I really wanted to kind of make sure people were able to experience that. And so we came up with this concept, called it the Battle of the Blood Types. I didn't even get a chance to make the training because I was busy downstairs, but Margaret ended up just handling it from A to Z, knocked it out the park. I mean, she's one that just understands processes, understands really the flow of information and how to best dissect that and get it out to the team in a way that's great for people to duplicate because she is a network marketer, comes with years of experience, guys, decades, and just has a lot to offer. And so she owned that piece, delivered on that training, knocked it out the park. But I knew it wasn't yet finished, right? I knew we wanted to do something. And so I just kind of threw it out there. I said, hey, we're going to do this Battle of the Blood Types. We didn't really, push it, but just wanted to see what happened. And that weekend, you guys know, my granddaughter was there. And not many people showed up, right? It was one of the lowest turnouts we've ever had for any event. And we were there, I had some guests that actually flew in. And they were like, oh, my God, where's the crowd? They're used to the crowd. Like, where's the crowd? It's like, hey, God said, listen, many are called, few are chosen, right? And so when you think about it, you guys are the chosen ones that are here in this moment, right? And so they were there. Kathy came in, right? And so we were there just kind of looking at it, assessing the situation, really trying to decide what that future was going to look like. But we were so inspired. And it really inspired us to say, we're going to do this again. We're going to do this again, okay? We're going to do this again. And first we picked September 21st, then it ended up being September 28th. So now we're here in this moment. Now we're at the weekend after the second event, okay? And just, again, to see the magnitude of what happens when we all come together, right? When everyone's on the same page, we're moving with intention just to see the excitement and all the crowd. I mean, it was wall to wall. I mean, people were pouring in, parking everywhere they can find parking. It was hundreds of people, lines that were so long, and the experience of those guests. Some of them were like, they've been to many of these type of events, and they said this is a 5-star event all the way. Of course, we had some challenges. Christian wasn't able to make it. We keep praying for everyone impacted by the hurricane. He was in Atlanta, impacted by that. So another experience where as a corporate team, tested, right? Because I said, listen, guys, you know, I'm the only corporate right now because every other blood type who might be corporate, they're fighting for their blood type, and I love that. But I had to put my corporate hat on and just ensure a lot of the logistics was running smooth. And I want to give it up for Kayada. We're going to hear from her on Thursday, so we can hear more about who's actually, you know, what happened, what are the results of that weekend. And so she was there tallying it up, you know, really stepped in Kristen's shoes. She's an AB blood. We said the AB bloods, at the end of the day, we at least put them somewhere where they can really provide that value and that skill and really help us out. And she did that. She almost had her own page of guests, okay? Had a lot of guests there, so we saw those purple tickets. But she sat there ensuring she collected, checked the Zelles, and made sure everyone who walked through that door had got their ticket, okay? And so that was awesome. But again, just to also look and see the leadership, you know, the captains, the fire, the fight, okay, the battle, the emotions, okay, the fun, the joy, as people were experiencing plant-based food and other types of food that just spoke to them, and the way it made them feel. And it was just something that hit me in such a big way, because I said, wow, this is everything we could have ever imagined and so much more, because now it's the synergy of all these awesome blood types coming together, working to really ensure we can bring this message to our community. And it just filled my heart. It filled my soul to see the fire of the competition. I mean, I'm telling you, they were throwing some big jokes here and there, but it was all in good fun, because we know that at the end of the day, you know, we know that when one of us succeeds, we all succeed. And it's our shared success. It's the collective success of the company. And just to look at the sales from the weekend, I mean, we had individuals there, you know, at the end of the show, and we're all trying to be outside. But guess what? We have folks there ready to do the wellness coach, putting in $2,000 packages. I'm in the back office helping some of our awesome distributors put distributors in, okay? And so we had a very amazing weekend. I mean, literally, probably, I would say one of the best weekends we've had in probably, I would say, in probably over 4 or 5 months, right? One of the best weekends we've had. And it was so awesome. One of the best, highest days of sales from not just a point of view of people there, you know, spending the $5 or ticket sales that go towards the blood type groups, right? But I'm talking about products being sold. I'm talking about packages being sold. I'm talking about people wanting to be scan coaches. A guy that owns a gym that said, listen, I want to put these blood type stations in my gym. I want the bioscan in my gym. You know, I had Dr. Betty. Thank you, Dr. Betty. I said, Dr. Betty, I know you're busy. I said, but listen, I need somebody that has a scanner. And so she got her scanner out, scanned them. I came back, and guess what? They were ready to spend their $2,000, okay, and get that business going, okay? Walk out of there with your products. We're going to get that scan to them after they take the class. But I'm just telling you, this weekend was the energy. It was the energizer we needed to spark this movement. We are here, guys. We are at that moment. We said this is the point in which this movement starts. We said it's an 18-month journey to helping 1 million families. And this is the day, okay? So yes, we had the weekend, but now as we look at the fact that the 29th, which was yesterday, was technically the kickoff, we had a few people show up for that, and that's okay. We didn't really advertise that because it was what it was. We said this is where we just come together, kind of recap. Thank you, Margaret, again. You know, Willie put out an excellent suggestion to the leaders, said, listen, guys, we can all have opinions, okay? A lot of us have opinions, but it's great to be in the arena of just doing. Sometimes you just got to do. So we challenged the leaders, said, listen, you guys want corporate to do this? Come up with some ideas. What do you want to see in the training? And all I can tell you, folks, is they knocked it out the park. You know, whether it was Ma Mitchell, Phyllis Nash, right? So many leaders input, but Margaret Dorsey at the end of the day sent me the whole agenda. And I'm going to tell you this, folks, we're going to launch that out on Thursday. So you're going to hear what the team was put together. I know, Dr. Ross, I heard you did a phenomenal PowerPoint, right? And I love that. because that's really what it's about. It's about the collective action of the community. I've been in companies before, and typically, guess what? We didn't really work with the corporate staff, okay, at all. There's the point the companies got so big, we just work with our leadership. So this is really now moving us to that layer of leadership that's necessary for us to be billion-dollar big, right? Corporate can't deliver everything if we're going billion-dollar big, right? We have to have that support. Now, Dr. Roz, I know you are on corporate, so we thank you for doing that PowerPoint, but the point is she's also a leader. She's an interim director, and she's got a vested interest in her team succeeding. So I just appreciate every single person and input, because when you see what they put together for Thursday, it's going to blow you away, okay? And so when I think about that, or when I think about the building, I think about the energy, I think about people smiling and having fun and just giving their feedback and having testimonials. There was a lot of buzz in that room, and it wasn't just the bees, okay, those busy bees, okay? But I look at the old group, and I'm telling you what, I can tell you right now, they have the best ribs. I've had Phyllis's ribs before, and I'm telling you right now, the best ribs, okay? Phenomenal. When I think about Mooney's booth, I didn't have a chance to eat any of the food, okay? I already had Phyllis's ribs, so that's how I knew, but at the end of the day, I'm listening to everybody. I didn't even have a chance to eat our food. I didn't eat anything. I'm just running around, okay? But I'm hearing about this pot roast. I'm like, what? Pot roast? You've been holding out on me. I ain't never seen them make no pot roast, right? And just the buzz. When I think about the A group, one of the biggest buzzes was the raw German chocolate cake, because we know raw food in our community is big, and raw German chocolate cake was just off the chain, is what they told me, because I don't even eat German chocolate cake. But what I say is what the world does, that's your business. I know a lot of folks like German chocolate cake, okay? And so, again, a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement, and I know there was many other phenomenal dishes. Go check the menus, but you should have been here. You should have been here so that you could be a part of this, because it was truly special. It was truly life-changing, and I know so many people, got so much out of it, okay? And so when I think about the decor, and I think about the busy bees, okay? Y'all was busy with that booth, okay? Because it was phenomenal, okay? And so it was exciting to see the creativity, the way the colors came together, to see the bee as your mascot and your logo, and you owning your bougie, you owning your busy sales, okay? That was awesome, to see the O's, and to see Diana, who flew in, right? So she really, came from the other states, okay? So you didn't have the advantage of seeing the building first as far as where she would be. But what I loved about it is she quickly adapted, lit that room up, put that bling out there, and those aprons, I was like, what? Oh my God, they had the amazing chef aprons that were just off the freaking chain. I mean, literally. Everybody had their personal name on it, had the little messaging about the fuel on it. Off the chain. I'm like, I need my apron. I need my apron. Okay, I need my apron, because it was phenomenal. And then, of course, I'm going to brag on our A's, because we work in silence. You don't hear from us a lot, okay, because we're focused, okay? We just that's just our style. We say inner peace is outer power. Inner peace is outer power. Sometimes somebody can say something and it just doesn't have to affect you. So I know y'all been talking a lot. And don't worry, on Thursday, we're going to have a chance to speak on that, okay? Okay, because on Thursday, we're going to be representing our blood type. Today, I am the CEO, and as the CEO, I tell them on the battle, I said, listen, I'm like Kamala, okay? I am the CEO for every blood type, because I love all my blood types equally. Love all of you, because you are all amazing, right? You are all beautiful, and you are all just powerful. And so just know that. But again, the difference with us is just that inner peace, is that outer power, okay? And so when I think about our booth, I got to brag on my team, because they did a phenomenal job with really showcasing the food. The visuals of the food, I think, was the gift there. And then the technology, from videos to the rap song that you're going to hear on Thursday, to the Olicious mascot with the little tongue wagging out of the little blood type antigen, right? So just a lot of cool stuff, guys. And so you're going to have a chance to see some of this on Thursday, for those of you who missed it, because this is going to be part 2 of really now working with the captains and just kind of really displaying, some of the results from that phenomenal weekend, okay? And so let me just say this. I want to first really give it up for 2 phenomenal women that are here at the EE system at Soul Massage. They've been with us since Thursday, and they are blood type O and A. They're absolutely amazing. And so Diana, and we have Elizabeth, also known as Lizzie, they've been here to support their blood types, really just such an asset being there. I mean, they've helped us really run the building because they've been down there just kind of just keeping things together. Yeah, I mean, just doing a lot. I love it, okay? And so we've had a chance to have some special time last night. So it's kind of like a little, like, you have a sleepover, even though I didn't sleep there. I came upstairs because I had to do some corporate stuff to get ready for today, run some reports. And so everybody knows I have a little TP and a little bed in my office when I need to crash after 3 in the morning. So I told them, I'll probably go upstairs and finish up, crash upstairs. And that's what I did. So I'm up here, guys. So I'll bring you down some kale breakfast. We're going to bring you some kale breakfast with some sardines, and I got some fuel shakes for y'all as well. But these phenomenal ladies, we were up having a powwow, and we were doing some special moments, where we were talking about Blue Zone communities with the CEOs, what we called it. They took some notes. And so we'll share those at some point, but just some things that we're going to really be doing with our healing center to really get this Blue Zone messaging out. But what came out of this is, when you have an O and A together, and that's Elizabeth and Diana, there's going to be something that happens that blesses all of y'all because they're putting their minds together. And so here's what I'm calling this today. I'm calling this Diana's and Lizzie's deal. So it's because of them. So you just thank them when you see them, okay? And so today only, this is the last day of the month, and because we've seen the fire of what can happen when we come together. We've seen these numbers start to skyrocket. We see the excitement. You have so many people you need to be following up with this on this day, okay? And so we're having a special today only, where when you purchase 3 of any item outside of Endocalyx does not count for this. Elevation Drops does not count. So the products we can't really control, we can't put it out there like that. Of course, Empowered Hair is not available. So we got to work with the products that are available, okay? So we're talking about the tinctures, we're talking about the gummies, we're talking about the cleanse products, right? The essential oils. And so they were so excited because they were able to get 3 of any product they wanted, okay? 3 pain cream, whatever they wanted. And I just said, okay, you guys, because they thought they heard that somehow. So I'm like, I don't know where that came from. They were like, Melissa, didn't you say something or didn't something happen? I'm like, that's not what we did, okay? But because y'all are here and we're going to hook you up, I said, we're going to hook up the team. I said, so today only, we're going to allow you, whether it's your black seed oil, whether it's your frankincense, what is it you love, okay? What is it that you love that you would like to just buy 3, get 1 free? That's today only. So that's a Lizzie and Diana's deal. So again, thank them. And we really appreciate, just everyone's support. And let's make this an epic last day of the month. As we're kicking off this blood type battle, right? Let's make it so epic, guys, because think about the power of that, okay? Think about the power of what we can do when we really come together intentionally, when we get on the phone and we follow up with all the people that came as guests. We found out what did they like the best. Now that you know your blood type, right? Would you be interested in learning more about how eating according to your blood type can change your life? And then send them to some of these recordings. See, the fortune is in the follow-up. And today, guess what? You want to follow up? You want to let them know, guess what? They can take advantage of a special, but they can put in Save 10 and get 10% discount. And so let's go ahead and be very intentional today. Let's go out there and show up. Let's go out there and show out. Let's go out there and connect with every single customer. And let's make today bigger than even Saturday. And when we do that, guess what? We're going to see some momentum going into October. And we're going to then solidify that November will absolutely be our biggest month of the year and another 7-figure month. And here's what I'm also going to announce, guys, because I got something super, super exciting. And I think you're all going to just be so excited about this. Yeah, the buy 3, get 1 free. That's cool. We love that. But there's something else that was sparked from that event. So I want you to mark your calendar, okay? We haven't yet solidified the date, so just know we are working on the exact date, but it's going to be centered around our normal 420 conference. So we're not doing the normal 420 conference, so don't feel obligated if this is not in your heart of hearts to attend, because we're calling all people that see it and get it. If you see it and get it and you want to be here, you're saying, wow, they had that battle. Those leaders put money in their pocket. Those leaders sold food, right? And some of us, like I told our team, I said, listen, we sold T-shirts, but not for the battle. We sold that to raise money. We sold $900 in T-shirts to raise money for the battle. So that was not even a part of our count, okay? I mean, with that, we would have over $2,000. Is that cool, guys? And so you can raise money doing stuff like that, selling t-shirts, and use that as your money for your budget. So there's ways you can participate in this next event with us and not feel like you have to come out of pocket, because you got to work what they say, smarter, not harder, and just get very strategic, okay? And so in doing that, what I'm going to say now is in April, okay, in April, we're going to have this Battle of the Blood Type Expo. It's going to be at a 27,000 square foot facility, okay? So now you're talking about the capacity to handle 10,000 people, right? The capacity to literally put money in your pocket in such a big way. Because if we were able to do what we've done in a facility that really our max was our crowd, God knew what he was doing, right? God knew exactly what God was doing, because guess what? Our facility had just the amount of space to hold who we had. Some people turned around and left because guess what? They couldn't find parking. So they left. So can you imagine when we're at this 27,000 square foot facility, we're doing our Battle of the Blood Type Expo. We now do this in a bigger way, bigger and better than ever before. This is going to be so, so amazing. It's going to be so exciting. And we want everyone who sees that to start thinking about, wow, I know we have our contest in May. Many of us are going to Florida. But if you're not even a winner in that contest, there's no excuse. If you're a winner in that contest, I already know you're going to be there at the expo, because I know that's what winners do. They find ways to get there when it's something that big. And this is going to be huge. It's going to be epic. We're going to have tickets that are going to go on sale. That's going to help be a part of the fundraising, right? So there's going to be some things that happen, guys. And so we're going to have an exciting April. April is going to be like November, okay? November is going to be exciting, but guess what? We're going to come back and do another big epic month, because we're going to hit our goal. We're going to reach 1 million families, and we're going to do it within 18 months. And those who are with us right now in this moment, who see that vision, you're here at the ground floor. And when you're at the ground floor, you know this is the best place to be, okay? And so let's go out there. Let's work our business. We talked last week about every guest, right? Every conversation was a stepping stone towards creating the momentum that we needed for this massive success, okay? And so if you're wanting this massive success, your time is now. Don't let this moment pass you by. You don't want to procrastinate, because if yesterday was day one, and if you didn't have any business yesterday, you're already missing it. But guess what? We had another big month yesterday, or another big day yesterday, the day after the event. And so what I'm saying is we're already seeing the signs of momentum. We're going to have another big day today. So go ahead and stake your claim. Make your follow-up with your guests that were there. Ask those questions. Help guide them into the right solution that works for them. Because when you really learn to guide people, you're going to find that it's going to be so much more easier to work your business. In fact, we even had a great friendly discussion last night about recruiting based on blood type. So you're going to hear some of this. We're going to be developing workshops that's going to really help our A's and our O's and our B's understand, and our ABs, our recruiting style. Some of the stuff that works for us and some of the stuff that works against us, right? Because just to give you an example, when you look at the people in attendance, right, guess what? Now, even though A's might be at 22% of the population, we had a lot of guests to say that, right? And when you look at the O's, right, different recruiting styles, okay? So we're about neck and neck with the O's on attendance, okay? And so the point is, sometimes it's not always you got to go after everybody and say everything to everybody. Sometimes it's a style, it's a strategy. So if you struggle with trying to recruit and get guests, there's things we can learn from our O's as hunters and gatherers who are willing to open up their mouth and they're not afraid, they're fearless. And there's things we can learn from the A's who might be the shy people that might not say a lot, but why is it they can get just as many guests to the building as the O's? How is that possible? What the heck is that, right? That's because, guess what? There's certain things that God gives you as your superpower, right? O's, you have a superpower. Do you know what it is? Have you really activated that? A's, you have a superpower. Do you know what it is? Have you activated that? B's, you have a superpower. AB's, you have a superpower. And so many times we're worried about our limitations, right? We're worried about, the things that aren't our skill set. Sometimes we beat ourselves up because we say, oh, I'm just fearful of talking to people. Maybe I'm a little shyer or whatever, right? But guess what? No, Don't operate in that mindset. Focus on your gifts and your business will change. Your business will soar. Moody always kind of talks about, when I look at the diamonds, I see there's 4 A blood diamonds, right? 2 O blood diamonds, and then there's 2 B blood diamonds. Why is the A's got more diamonds, right? The shy group, the ones that you say don't speak up for themselves. They let the people talk and talk and talk. And we're just the Zen masters. Inner power is outer peace. Inner power is outer peace, okay? And so just again, know that with every blood type, there's something to learn, right? With every blood type, God put different skill sets and gifts. And it's the synergy of when we come together that we become the most powerful, okay? When we work together in harmony is when we can take a company to $1 billion big. Because as long as we're willing to work against each other, guess what, guys? That's like not maybe putting a hole in the boat, but you're not trying to help pour out the water. So we can't work against each other. We got to work for each other. Because what they tell us in this kind of business is loose lips sink ships. And if our lips are so loose that we say a lot of negativity, guess what? Your business is going to stay negative and it's not going to grow. It's going to be stuck and it's going to be hard to go $1 billion big. But when we can synergize and come together, that's when you're going to find the most harmony, the most peace. And that's when you're going to find momentum. It's when we're all working in the same direction. It's kind of like this. If you're pushing a boulder up a hill and the whole team comes, let's push this boulder, let's go. But then let's say you got a couple people, they start going on the other side of the boulder and they start pushing it down. Guess what? There's a struggle now. And that power struggle will keep a business stuck and stagnated and the business will die. And so we've got to learn to come together. We got to be unified in this because as we go billions of dollars big, it's going to take that type of unity working together that's going to get us to the top because we need all blood types. O's, we need you. A's, we need you. B's, we need you. AB's, we need you. And so all blood types who competed in this battle come out on Thursday at 7 o'clock. You know, we're going to have an epic time. We're going to have a chance to bust some chops. You're going to hear from the A's now, so y'all better be with it because we coming for y'all too, right? Because we're going to have to do us on Thursday because that's our one time to speak up, right? And y'all going to hear from us. But just know when y'all talking on all these calls, we might not be like that because God gave us all our gifts, okay? And we got to operate in our gifts. Don't be an imposter, right? We got to be real, and we want to keep it real. And so with that being said, you know, it is time for us to rebound with Iconic.com. We want to get on and rebound at 2:30 p.m. Central. We want to save our strands because that's critical. If we want to heal our community, you know, we know that our hair is our crown. So join our trichologist. Learn more about your hair. Let's support that call. And then tomorrow, we're going to get on the Diamond Factory. We're going to learn from our awesome, amazing, you know, co-founder how to grow your business and get to the next level. I know you're going to hear a lot from the O's on those calls and A's. That's okay. I got you, okay? Our turn is Thursday night, so just see us at 7 o'clock, okay? Let me tell you that. And with that being said, we want each and every one of you to have an Iconic day, and we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. Thank you, everyone.